You're going to select your affiliate program. And there are so many companies that have affiliate programs. You probably don't even realize how many companies have their own affiliate programs already. So you're going to select based on your niche, based on your expertise, based on your audience, your interests. You're going to then decide, okay, what is a good affiliate program to be a part of? And I'll tell you later in this video how you can decide how many affiliate programs to have, very few or very a lot, like a lot of variety. But for now, let's just think about having three. Three is a lot actually to get started with. So let's just think about three. So what you're going to do to find those three, and I say three because it gives you this room to have some interesting content. Whereas if you were only focused on one, you could definitely create content and a great niche channel for that, but you might not have a lot of wiggle room to not be redundant, right? So you're going to research affiliate programs. You're going to look for reputable ones, ones that are legit and that are related to your niche. And you can think about Amazon has one. I mean, that's kind of like the I don't know, gold standard maybe. It's very specific. It's been around for decades. I used to be an Amazon affiliate like 18 years ago. And that one was cool because, and it is cool because you can have different types of videos where you are sending it to one group, but they can actually go and buy different things from different people. Now, there's going to be, it's not going to be as lucrative per purchase in most cases, unless you're focused on big ticket items. Because usually when you're an affiliate, you're getting a certain percentage of the sale. There are different types of affiliates, by the way. You can be an affiliate who gets paid for just sending leads over or filling out forms, but we're going to focus on the most common one, which is you get paid when you make a sale for somebody. Then you're going to choose the products. Some affiliate programs, there's just the one product or it's just the one website, and all you do is have a link that is your private link or your personal link, and then whatever they do on the site, it just follows it. And then sometimes it's like Amazon where it has multiple items and you can send people there through different ways. A good example of the one click kind is below in the description, where I show you how to make 30 clips for shorts in less than an hour using this link below that talks about this one click tool. And that click, when people click on it, it becomes a lead. And if any of you decide to join it and have that as something that's one of the tools in your toolbox, I get paid 25% as of today, 25% of that. And then I get paid for that every month that you stay on. And so you can see how that can really add up, even though it's a small amount of money to begin with. So you're going to choose your affiliate programs, and if you have the option of choosing individual products, you'll start to do that as well. Then, of course, you sign up, you create accounts. Sometimes when you sign up, you'll have an application. Most times it's an application process. It's very short, but it's a process because they don't want bots and they don't want just anyone. But sometimes they'll say, okay, we're gonna look at this and review it. We'll get back to you within X number of days. That can be 1 day, that can be 30 days. It depends really what their wait list looks like, if any, and what their process is. And then sometimes when you fill it out, it just says immediately you are now an affiliate. An example of that kind is the Fiverr affiliation, which I'll also put the link in the description so you can see how that works. Fiverr, I use Fiverr all the time. Now, I have a company called HireRunner.co, and we'll soon have affiliates. But right now, we're building out our app and we're kind of going through this pivot. And it's focused on things like the chief of staff role, which is something else I'll talk to you about, and the EAs and things of that nature. And then Fiverr, I go to for thumbnails. If I'm not doing the thumbnail myself, usually you can tell which ones I did and which ones I got made. Thumbnails or things that are like, take 24 hours to turn around for me design wise. I use Fiverr. So Fiverr is a great example. I went to their affiliate program just to check it out for this video, typed in a few lines of information, and it looked like it was going to take a while. And then the moment that I hit click, it said, cool, now you're in. Now that might be because I'm already a client, and it may be different if you've just launched or just started, and you may have to wait a little bit. But those are the different types of ones you can do. And that's what I mean by signing up for it. So then what you'll do is you'll get affiliate links. That's the biggest part of this. You'll get a dashboard in most cases, or you'll just be sent one link. in an email or a follow up. And this is your personal customized link that they want you to use. And when instead of it being like www.yachtwater.com, it's going to say www.yachtwater.com/ and all these different letters, or maybe even your name or whatever it does. And when you use that link and you give people that link, if they use that link and they go to the site and they purchase, it counts towards what you sent. Now, one thing I want to tell you about, if you're not familiar, is cookies. And what I mean by cookies is this tracking thing online that helps the company know that you sent someone. But when you go to a website, you might go to the website and say, "Oh, cool, this is really cool. I'll come back and check it out later." Or I'll check out the free version of this for a few weeks, and then if I think I need it, I'll upgrade. So what most affiliate programs do is give you some sort of multi-day cookie that keeps track of you brought that person in originally, and even if they come back 30 days later and then they purchase, it still counts for you. So some people have cookies that last a few days, and I've seen cookies that last up to 12 months as kind of the most decent way of doing it, in my opinion. And that means that, hey, somebody 6 months later could still go back to that page and you'll see that they signed up, and you're like, oh, that's really cool, if you knew that they were going to the page 6 months prior. So that's something to keep in mind, and I would write that down if you're taking notes. Then you're going to start collecting commissions. And what you'll see is either usually on a dashboard, even if it's very simple, a simple dashboard, it'll say leads or clicks or visits. That's one. And it'll say, okay, this link got 20 visits in the last 28 days or whatever. And then it'll say conversions or sales or something to that effect. And that'll be of the 20 people, or the 20 visits, how many of those actually turned into someone buying something? Now, there's various ways you can measure this. There's not one way you can measure it. I have an affiliate program right now where for every 20 visits, I get a sale, and the sale is lifetime value, or over a year is worth about $50. So I reverse engineered that and I said, okay, how many views of the video do I need to get for me to get 20 people to go? Because then that's a sale. And I noticed that every 20 views of the video gets me one visit. So if you do the math, reverse engineer that, that means 20 views times um, 20 views times 20 visits equals one sale. So for every 400 views on my YouTube video that I have this link, I get a sale. So then you start doing all the math. And it'll take you a few weeks or months even to know like how much each customer might be worth if you have a product, if the affiliate product is a monthly recurring type of product, because you don't know how long on average they'll stay. Now, sometimes these affiliate programs will tell you on average 3.5 months, on average 6.5 months, whatever. But for most of it, it's just you collecting that data. And then you'll track it. And then after a few days or weeks, you will get a payout of a certain threshold. Usually they say you have to have at least $10 or at least $50 in banked. And then we'll do a payout. And you're going to get paid out either to your bank account or to a Stripe account or to a PayPal account. This is the time to create one of those if you don't have any of those. The next step, that was step 3. Now, the next step is to now plan your YouTube content. And a little bit later in this video, I'm going to teach you exactly how to start your YouTube channel if you don't already know how to do that, or if you started one just to browse, but you need to know how to then post. But this step 4 is you're going to plan your content. You're going to have a content strategy, which is something I have. And then, of course, I leave room for something impromptu. Like, for instance, this very video, I thought about 2 days ago as I was falling asleep. I said, oh my goodness, I'm going to take people through this step by step. It's going to be a long video, but it's going to help if you're really serious about this, because this is something I see so many people in my comments and whom I've met who say, I just don't know where to start. I don't have anything. I don't have a product. This is a great way to do it. This is a great thing to do if you have a day job. This is if you have a full-time gig, if you are a stay-at-home mother, if you're a stay-at-home dad, if you are a student, this is a really great way to get started without any overhead, meaning like you don't have expenses of different, offices, you don't have people that are you're employed unless you're doing some sort of fractional assistant. This is a great way to get your feet wet. And you're using your communication skills and your curation skills to do this. So you're still part of it. It's still your skill, your talent involved. It's just not necessarily your product from scratch. The next thing you're going to do in this step 4, which planning your content, you're going to think about your content strategy. So you're going to create a content calendar outlining your video topics and posting schedule. Try to plan a few days or weeks in advance. Try to plan a few weeks in advance if you can. I have, believe it or not, I have 50 videos ahead. I know what 50 videos I want to record. And that doesn't count the ones I repurpose and I clip and I do different things with. So 50 videos ahead. And that wasn't immediate. I didn't do that when I started, but I do that now, 6, 7 months into just going all out on YouTube. You're going to think about the video type. So we're going to talk more about that a little bit later. But when you think about what kind of video am I going to do, and you're going to try to do different ones so it doesn't get too redundant, but you might do a review. Can you imagine if you do a review and be honest about the review, and then you have a link to the product, how well that might convert, especially if the review was mostly good. Tutorials, another one that is just out of sight sometimes on conversion. Unboxing, unboxing, those are fun. I know they're not as in as they used to be, but you could bring it back a little bit. Like I just got this dot dot dot. I'm gonna open it up. Got this from Amazon. I'm gonna open it up, and then this is where you can get it. Or I don't really like this, but I know that there is a comparison or there's a competitor that's also on Amazon, so I'm gonna drop that link down below too. That's what you could say on your video. You're going to do keyword research that we talked about before. And then step 5 is in filming and posting your videos. And remember that quality matters. It doesn't mean you have to spend a lot of money or any money on the production. This is a great example. I'm just sitting here in my office. I'm on Zoom, so the quality isn't like it isn't the 4K. It's barely HD, but people are watching these videos and people are commenting and liking them because of the value of the content. Of course, I have these highly produced videos. I also have every once in a while, you see them, maybe half of my content, but it's really about, some of those don't perform as well as these because it's all about what do people really want. If you're still watching this, by the way, you're proving my point. If you're still watching this, you're proving my point that it doesn't take a lot of money or production to put out a great video that is helpful. If you're still watching, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button below. I know you hear that a lot. It's almost a meme, but it's so, so true. If you don't subscribe, then YouTube may not send you my videos as much as I put them out. And if you like this video, if this is helping you, and we're not even, a few pages in already, you're going to want to see the rest of the videos that I have, all 50 that I have planned for us. So hit the subscribe button for me. Do that for me, and I'll see you in a second here. Okay, so quality matters. Consistency is another thing. Now there's like a back and forth on YouTube right now about consistency. Is consistent because everybody says consistency is the way to grow on YouTube, but now people are like, it doesn't matter. I think that consistency doesn't have to mean every Monday I post at this time. That is one way to think of consistency. And if that helps you at the beginning, please do that because it's actually there's nothing wrong with it. I think consistency is more like, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to give up a month in because I'm not seeing enough views or enough conversions. If you do this and go through everything that I'm teaching you, and it doesn't work in the first week or the first month or the first 3 months, and you give up, then it'll never work, right? It'll never work if you don't do it. But there is this compounding interest that happens when you work on something, you put in those reps, and the luck comes to meet you, your preparation. And then be very sure, just like I just did about the subscriptions, and I said the links in the description, be sure to have calls to action in your videos. They don't have to be everywhere constantly. And please don't do them at the very beginning, because at the very beginning, you have not established enough trust to do that with your audience. When I mean the beginning of a video, even if it's, a lot of people coming back for the second time, fifth time, give them value and then do a call to action. So I waited how many minutes before I asked you to subscribe, is my point. So then you would say, you can mention the products, and you can even say I'm an affiliate, or you can say I'm not. You don't have to say it, but you can say you are. And then you provide a call to action. You could say, if you're interested in this product, check out the link in the description. As simple as that. Or you can go in and just tell them, hey, so I became an affiliate of this because I like it so much, dot, dot, dot. Step 6, you're going to optimize your video descriptions. You're going to include affiliate links, obviously, and clearly label them as to what someone is clicking on. Give them a really clear and simple description of what they're getting. You can even use emojis in this part of it. And you can see that in the description below, where I link to my books. Then you're going to provide a summary of the content and in the description, because what it does is obviously it helps people have, a visual they can look at, but it also helps with SEO, the optimization of where people can find you, right? People can find you today, and then maybe they can find you 6 months from now. That same video that you recorded and you put online and it was 17 minutes, that video could be working if you put it up right and you have the right words there and the right content. It could actually be making money for you 6 months or 6 years later. That's why I combined the two, the affiliate idea, which I just love, and I've been doing this for so many years, and YouTube, because they're so uniquely positioned for that. You can't necessarily do what I'm telling you on TikTok. You can do another form of it, and a very lucrative form. You can do the same on Instagram and on Facebook, but nothing like this on like there is on YouTube, where your digital estate, real estate is what we're calling it, which I think is an oxymoron, but you know what I mean, where that is living and working for you. And if you have 3 videos, and then you have 10 videos, and then you have 20 videos that do this for you, you're building an empire. Step 7 is you're going to promote your affiliate links. You're going to say in video mentions. You're going to use end screens and cards. And that's a little bit more advanced when you start getting into how to use YouTube. But that's one of the things you can do is, if you think about at the end of, I don't know if it'll be at the end of this video because of the dimensions of this video, but in most videos, not all of them from Zoom, but most of them from elsewhere, you can choose, okay, I want this next video to play or be able to be selected. And that can be a video to another product, or another video about the same product, but a different, take on it. And then you're going to engage with your audience. So leave comments where people have left you comments, respond to them, do all the things, make it a community in your comments, and that'll come back and pay dividends for you. Step 8, the final step in this part of the video, because we're doing a deep dive. If you're still here, let's go. Step 8 is analyze and adjust. So you're going to track the performance. YouTube does an amazing job of giving you all kinds of data to look at. I look at this data every day. My wife makes fun of me because I'm like in it. I look at this data all the time. There's I don't know, dozens of different variables to look at. And it is updated in almost real time, not exactly in real time, but almost real time for the most part. So you can put a video up. You can look at how it does anecdotally, which is how many likes did it have, or how many comments did you get? What are people saying? Is it translating to conversions? You can also look at the YouTube data and take those two things and decide, okay, is this, working, or do I need to adjust? Mr. Beast is the most subscribed channel on YouTube. If you're not familiar with him, look him up. Really interesting 25-year-old guy, very interesting guy. He says that what he would do if he were starting a channel all over again, or starting a new channel, which he does, is he would post his first 100 videos, and if that took a year, if it took 10 years, that's what he would do, and he would get 1% better in each video. And by the 100th video, it would be a breakout sensation. I like that. That makes sense to me. Then you're going to optimize that comment based on the analysis, and then you're going to stay updated. Continuously educate yourself. Look at the videos on my channel. I'm constantly updating you, giving you more information, especially about using YouTube and especially about making money online. And there are so many others you could subscribe to. You can just research and look through. So once a week, once a day, once a month, whatever it takes, whatever works for your schedule, you're constantly upping your own game. Now I want to talk about, now that we've gone over those 8 main steps, I want to talk about setting up your YouTube channel so that in case you don't know how to do that. Now, if you already have a YouTube channel and you know how to upload videos, you know all of that, you can actually skip to the next part here, but I would pay attention and this hopefully will help you. So the way that you set up your YouTube channel, and again, you may already have one to watch this, but this is like setting it up for that business channel that may be separate from the one you have. You're going to create a Google account if you don't already have one, because that's your gateway to setting it up. And then you're going to sign in. You're going to go to YouTube, sign in with your Google account. You're going to click on your profile icon and select create a channel, and then choose a name that reflects your niche and your brand. And think about that. You know, you can change it every once in a while, but really think about it because you want it all to tie in. Then you're going to optimize your channel by adding art and a logo, a banner, and you can actually go to Fiverr. That's I got my banner using Fiverr. Again, shout out to hirerunner.co. We're going to be doing something similar, but for now they're kind of different. But I got my logo using Fiverr, and you're going to have a high quality picture of yourself or something that's related to your niche. And you can use Canva if you don't want to go to Fiverr. Canva, by the way, has an affiliate program. Canva does. So go to Canva and that can be one of the affiliate programs that you use. I hope if you fell asleep, you can see that. Canva could be one of the affiliate programs that you use. Then you're going to write a compelling channel description that outlines your channel, what it's about, who is it for, and the type of content you'll be posting. Go to other people's accounts and see the ones that are doing well. What do they put there? Sometimes you know we leave it we don't keep it up to date, but see what people are doing. And then include when you put in your description of your account relevant keywords, because again that picks up on the searchability of anybody across the world searching for something. If it's in your niche, they may see you. And then you're going to have links, and YouTube is doing something wonky with content information, content info right now. So I don't want to tell you that you can put your email address there. As of now, you can, but I think they're changing that. And then you're going to set up your channel section. So you can have, if you go to mine, go to my channel just by clicking on my channel name or going to yourfirstmillion.tv. You can open that up and you'll see that I have featured channels. So I have like, you can click on just the latest videos in order. You can click on the oldest. So you can always go back to someone's oldest video that they still have up, which I think is always fun. And you can look at the most popular in order. So you can do that and have those are the standard ones. Then you can add playlists and featured sections that say, maybe this is all about this topic, and then this one is all about this topic. And as you post more videos, you'll have more and more of those videos to do. Then you want to make sure you verify your channel so that you can unlock features like putting thumbnails, which are really important for each video. And you can have longer video uploads. I think it's 15 minutes if you don't verify your channel, I think. But it's, you know, I have a 6-hour video that I put up last week. So because I'm verified. And you can also tap into live streaming, which is a topic we'll talk about another time. But live streaming, once you get into this, could be really, really cool. And then you're going to go to YouTube settings, select channel, and then go to status and features, and you'll follow the verification process. So again, go to your YouTube settings, select channel, then status and features, and then you'll follow that verification. Then you're going to prepare your first video. So I hope you're coming back if you skip the part about just setting it up. Now you're going to prepare your first video. And you're going to, again, identify your niche. Exactly what are you going, what is the end game? What is your goal? What do you want to promote in this video? And so you first decide that, and then you decide, okay, what value can I give for free that will make people, that will give 99% or 95% or 90% of the people great information. And this other 1 to 10% will actually go and look at the product. right? So you want it to be something that is so valuable that people would have paid for that video. Like I hope this video is for you. So you choose a specific one based on all the things we talked about before about like really researching. And then you're going to use different there are things like vidIQ I use. There's one that Mr. Beast actually just launched. I can't remember the name of it, but he has like a vidIQ competitor. If you're not familiar with these names, look them up. That Google is your friend, YouTube is your friend. You'll learn so much more about it, but that's how you're going to research. And then, you know, to record the video, when you get ready to record it, you can do it with like I'm doing it on Zoom on a MacBook. You can do it with like a DSLR, the digital camera. And there are so many videos on YouTube that teach you how to do that. You can get a camera that's really nice for like $300 and set that up, get some lighting, get a little bit of, a tripod. There are many ways you can do it, or you can just, do what I'm doing here. Some people even use their phones. And depending on how long the video is and how they can transfer those files, more power to you. Go for it. What's important is that people can hear you. So investing in a good microphone is very, very important. This microphone I got in 2020, and I have never gotten I needed a new one. It's 4+ years old, and maybe even no, actually may have even gotten it in 2019. And the fact that you can hear me well, hopefully, is because of this microphone. And I don't remember how much it cost, but I know it wasn't a lot of money. And then editing, if you need to get into editing, like I'm doing a one shot here on purpose. I don't want to have to edit this, but I do have an editor. But you don't have to have an editor. One thing you can do is you can teach yourself to edit, or you can teach yourself to record where you don't need editing. You can also use AI. There are different AI platforms that take a video like this one, and if I were to feed it into it, it would take out any pauses. It would move the camera around a little bit. It would make it interesting. There are those, you can look at those up, or you can hire an editor on different websites. Then you want to outline. So I outline. Obviously, right now I'm reading from a document that is very lengthy. But what you could do is just have bullet points, or you can write a script. Some people do scripts. But I tell you what, if you do a script and you do this, welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. That's not going to be compelling. So it's like whatever works for you, you're going to do a little bit of testing. When I first started recording videos that were like this in 2020 for my course, right after things started getting wonky in the world, I tried to do where I had a teleprompter. It was so bad. You could just see my eyes moving. And so I just like, I could never do that again because I was like, oh, that was a waste of time. I did all of those videos and they don't look good. So I redid them and I just put some bullet points in front of me and I just talked. But that's not for everyone. Other people may need something different. And then you're going to record. So you're going to set up your recording space with your camera, your microphone, your lighting. Ensure your background is clean and relevant to your niche. You're going to record your video according to your script or your bullet points. Editing, again, when you're editing, you're thinking about B-roll, you're thinking about importing footage. Sometimes there are definitely websites you can go and pay a little bit and get a little licensed B-roll. You're going to trim unnecessary parts. So you're going to start with something compelling. You're not going to start with, hey, yeah, thanks for being here. I don't even want to do that right now to show you because people will drop off. So you're going to start with your point, and you can get creative. Like you can take it straight and just kind of show people the thing, do the tutorial, do the unboxing or whatever, or you can do kind of weird where you take your camera and you walk up to the camera and you're at a park and you're just walking up to it and you're like, hey, what's going on? You can test some things out. That's what makes this fun. And you're going to add visuals, effects, background music. Again, you can decide, are you going to be someone who teaches yourself or already knows how to edit, or teaches yourself to, or you're going to buy back your time and pay someone to do it for you, or are you going to just meet in the middle, film so that you don't have to get someone to edit it. Then you're going to upload, you're going to go to YouTube, obviously, and you're going to click on the camera icon in the top right, usually, and it has a plus sign on it. And it usually says create or upload video. You choose the file that you've saved. After you've looked at the file, watch it back. I watch all of my videos at least once, if not 2 or 3 times. I watch it before I post it, and then I watch it again as if I'm the viewer. I put it on 2x because I can hear my own voice in 2x easily. Um, and I do what I need to do. And so I would do that quality control, especially at the beginning. The title and the thumbnail are really important. We're going to talk about that even more. I've talked about it in the past, but the title and the thumbnail is that picture that shows up where everybody can see what the picture is. The title, they're kind of equally as important. One, it depends on, a lot of things. I won't go too deep into that in this video just because we're talking about affiliates, but there's so much to learn and so much to study if you want to really take it seriously. Then again, think about your description. You're going to say what the video is about a little bit. You're not going to give away everything because you want people to watch the video. And then you're going to put your affiliate link or links in the description. Tags and keywords are all important, but I'm not going to dive deep in this video, but I have other videos about this. So then you're going to promote your video. You're going to promote it. Now, there's a video that I have that says it's called how to get your first 10 customers without any money or something like that, without paying for ads. If you don't have an audience, go to that video after this video and it'll teach you how to get an audience, and then you can go with that. But the cool thing is you don't need an audience with YouTube. YouTube is pushing out new channels every second of the day. So all that really matters is your content compelling? Does it keep people watching it? Does it keep people on YouTube? Is the title and the title and thumbnail catchy? Did you put a lot of thought in it, or did you just slap something on at the end? But you can, if you do have an audience of any size on social media, you can share, you can use the link below to get those clips I talked about earlier, where you can take your long form video that you just recorded, plug it into this at the link below, and then that'll spit out 10, 20, 30 clips for you to use, and then you can put some of those on your social. If you have a mailing list, this is the time. Let the video go out for, let's say, 2-3 hours on its own, and then send an email out and say, I have this new video. By the same token, try another time as an A/B test where you send it out the moment you publish it and if see if either one seems to have helped the video in one. Because there's some people who say if you send out that link to the outside world too fast, YouTube doesn't have a chance to do its magic with the algorithm, and so it gets confused and it doesn't push you out. And there's some people who say if you send people there and you get that immediate rush of people, 2, 10, 20 people who immediately look at it, that tells YouTube that it's important, especially if they stick around. There are two minds about it, and I've never heard anybody say which one's the right one. So I would do a lot of testing. When you get started, the cool thing is you don't have to worry about anybody caring. I have a large audience, relative. There are so many people who are in my audience who don't even know I have YouTube videos because it's there are billions of people in the world. They're not paying attention that closely. But so you can experiment, and then when you have more and more and more people watching, then you can kind of hone in. You can go to other online communities and tell them about your video. The key here is you're not necessarily going to these other places and saying, hey, I have this affiliate link, go to this product. What you're doing is saying, I have this new valuable video. And then you let the video do the work, and then let the people who care enough to click on the link, click on the link. You see how it works? Like you're using it because if you think about 90%, 95%, 99% of the people who watch this video are not going to become leads for me. That's cool. I want them to get the value out of it. But some of them will click, and those people will then, some of them may convert. Step 6 in this process of getting the video out is you're going to again analyze the performance, get feedback, and improve. That's going to be like evergreen, right? When we think about your posting frequency and the length of each video, your posting frequency. Okay, you're going to start with the consistency of every certain day of the week I'm going to post, or every few days, certain days I'm going to post. So try to post one video per week. That's going to be a lot for somebody who's starting. And if you've already started, you know what that's like, and you can take this to the next level. Do 2 videos a week, or make the videos longer, or get, whatever it is. Or you can say, it's working really well the way I'm doing it. I'm going to keep it like this, but I'm just going to keep going longer and longer and longer. And then over time, you can increase the frequency if you want to. If you're comfortable with that, if you're seeing that you want to test the waters, you can do that. Maybe it's 2 times a week or 3 times a week. I went from 1 time a week to 2 times a week to like 15 times a week. Like I'm on one right now, and we'll see if that starts to backfire or not. But that's all in the experimentation of being in month 7 of this for me personally. And the important thing is to stick with some type of schedule, and to analyze and adjust based on the data that you receive. As far as the length of the video, I would aim for 10 to 20 minutes, because they tend to perform well on YouTube. Now, having said that, I have a 5-minute video that's doing really well, and I have a 6-hour video that's doing really well. But that 10 to 20, one of the reasons that works is because of just our, it's like a bite size, it's like an episode of something. Another reason is that YouTube monetizes a video in a different way with an 8-minute or more video. Because at 8 minutes, it'll start putting mid rolls in, and mid rolls, like they sound, are in the middle of the video. Those are the ads they place there for you if you are monetized. And that's one of the most expensive ads in a podcast and radio, etc. Now, going back, if you are not familiar with the monetization of YouTube, because you're going to do this for affiliates, but in the background, you're going to also be looking to monetize your channel through ads. If you want, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Sometimes this takes a few days, sometimes it takes a few weeks, sometimes it takes a few months, and sometimes it takes people years. It took me, and it's in a 12-month period. So it took me just a few months, maybe 3 months or so, maybe less than that, when I started really in earnest. But that 10 to 20 minutes, 1 time a week, is a great place to start. And then you're going to mix and match short and long videos. And again, you're going to get into shorts themselves. That's a whole other topic. But you're going to start with these longer form, 10 to 20-minute videos. Focus on quality. That's the most important thing. Don't make a video that is supposed to be 8 minutes, 16 minutes, because you're trying to make it longer for some reason. Make a video as long or as short as it needs to be for the person to get the quality on the other side of that. When you go back into the data after 24 to 36 hours, it'll really start giving you a lot of information about retention in the dashboard. It'll tell you how long on average each viewer watched your video. So my brother, who has more than 350 million YouTube views and more than 1 million subscribers at Real Life Street Stars, I interviewed him in one of my videos that you can find. And he said that for his hour and a half long videos, they get about a 10-minute per view average. That's pretty interesting when you think about the fact that they get like 100,000 to 2 million views per video, in most cases over a few months' time, and sometimes in a few days. And they're saying on average, that's how much people are watching. And then it shows you the cumulative amount of watch hours, and it's in the millions for them. It's crazy. I have videos that have more than 1,000 hours of watch time. That's someone paying attention to you and what you're saying. It's very compelling. Now, going back to, I told you earlier that we're going to talk about how many affiliate programs should you be a part of. And all of these are decisions, by the way. These are all decisions that you get to make. But to help you think through it, there's an advantage to having just 1 to 3 affiliate programs. One of those advantages is that you have a deep knowledge and expertise, most likely, and you can develop a deep understanding of the products. If you're not an expert now, you can become one, and faster. So that allows you to create the highest quality content and make you the authority. And then your recommendations will be taken more seriously because you're more genuine and trustworthy because you are ride or die for this product or for these services or products. That is something to keep in mind. You also build stronger relationships with the affiliate managers, and they may say to you, man, you're doing such, or woman, you're doing such a great job. We're going to give you better percentages. Instead of giving you 20% of this, which is what we give most people, we're going to give you 35% because you reached a certain threshold. And that's in that deep dive working on something for a good amount of time. What I love about affiliates, though, is that you could get started right now. Maybe you've already started signing up during this conversation if you're still with me. I know you subscribed. You subscribed below if you haven't had a chance to, if you forgot. And then you started probably digging around and looking at things and pausing and coming back and rewinding. And you could actually get this going now. There's no excuse not to, for real. So then another advantage is the consistent messaging. Again, it gives you that authority, and it also makes it easier for you because you know, like that's what I'm about. I'm going to treat this like it was my own company. It were my own company, and I'm going to talk about it every day, and I'm going to be consistent about it. Especially if it's a great product or service that you really do love. And it reduces that risk of overwhelming your audience with too many different choices and options. When you are when you have fewer than 10,000 subscribers, you're really trying to let them know who you are and what you believe in and what you believe. And having just a few affiliate programs helps with that. Now, there are some advantages to having several, though. So I'm going to tell you about those because, again, it's about your decision. One is the diversification. So you can spread your efforts across multiple programs, and then you reduce the risk of one underperforming, or if it changes its terms and you're like, I don't like those terms, or it went under, and oh my God, I put everything into this one thing, and now that lane is gone. It also gives you a wider range of products and services that you can recommend, and it caters to a more diverse audience. And so if you're someone who, gets bored easily or is not good at focusing, you might want that creative spark and that juice to be sparked, I should say. It also could potentially increase your revenue streams, although I would put affiliate into one stream and just call it one stream. That's my personal opinion. And then but it could potentially give you more opportunities for earning commissions because you have this over here, you have that over there. And if this audience isn't, if the person isn't interested in this, but they might be interested in this, you might convert more people. And it gives you that flexibility to promote on things based on maybe a season or an event because, oh, I can go in here and I have 10 different products I can pull from. And the summer times when these three work better, etc. And I've been talking about digital products a lot, but physical, like with Amazon, there's also that physical product. You could do something for clothing, for makeup, for runners gear, for exercise equipment. You could do something for cars. You could do something for almost anything you can think of. There's an affiliate program for it. Whatever your favorites products and services are, search to see if they have an affiliate program. Favorite websites, favorite tools, favorite apps, see if they have an affiliate program, see what it takes to be in it, with the terms. What do you have to do? You have to be a customer? Do you have to have a certain number of audience members? What are the terms, and what could you start today? And then again, you can cater to different people. So the question is, what will make more money? Choosing just a couple or spreading yourself a bit. My opinion is focusing on 1 to 3 very well chosen affiliate programs will yield better results, especially when you start. And this will allow you for that creating that high quality content that resonates with people, and that will translate. And then the idea then is, once you've really gone in there, you've mastered that, you've conquered that. I will take away the word master. You've conquered that. You have that solid foundation that you're well established, then you can branch out and add more because now you've seen how it works, and you see what works, and you see what you like and what your audience likes, and you can then expand this sprawling empire that you're creating. So I would start with 1 to 3 programs. I would then build authority and trust with my content. I would analyze the performance, then start to expand strategically as it made sense to, and then I would maintain a balance that I would have some additional programs come in, but it doesn't dilute the quality or the creativity of my content. So it should be a natural fit. Like each time you select something, it should be a natural fit. I think that goes without saying. And if you've watched to this point, I know you are thinking methodically and strategically, but don't, like I said before, don't just sign up for something just because it'll make a dollar. You think because it might end up not making a dollar, and even if it does, you're stuck with it. Do something that is exciting to you. Um, Now if you're still here, I consider you someone who is like you're already advanced. Like we've gone through a lot together, so you're getting to that intermediate to advanced. And I'm going to talk to you about maximizing your conversions once you have done all the things we've talked about. So one way to do this is it's crucial to do this because it will impact your revenue. It'll impact the money that you make. One way to do this is your search engine optimization, that SEO that we keep talking about. You can do that with using those keyword tools that we talked about. You can use something called Google Keyword Planner, SEM Rush to identify high traffic keywords, but just do a search. The easiest way to do this, in my opinion, is to go to ChatGPT, and I'm an investor in it. Just have to say that. Go to ChatGPT and ask it for things. Now, ChatGPT, it can't tell you. I don't know if it can tell you today's news unless you prompt it with something, with a link to something. But it can give you some really great like you can ask it for, give me 50 keywords that I should use for this topic, and it'll just crank them out for you, right? So make ChatGPT your assistant or something like it, like your assistant. And then when you think about conversion, think about the content type. So we talked about a few before, but let's talk about them again. So product reviews, you can have detailed reviews in your videos that talk about the features, the benefits, the potential drawbacks of the products. When you're reviewing a product that you have an affiliate link for, it's important to tell people, I get paid if you buy this. And it's important to also say, these are the things I love, and this is what I don't love about it. Because what you do when you say something so genuine and true is that you endear yourself to the audience, and they say, oh, they're after my best interests because they're not going to just try to sell me something for the sake of selling it. They're telling me their true opinion. And I then get to make the decision about whether I want to purchase this or not, or get more information or not. That I think is so powerful. And it's the thing that it can really make or break a review channel. So you can have a review channel if you'd like. A comparisons video where you take two different products that are similar, you compare them, but you can have affiliates with both of them, or you can have it with just one, or you can have it where it's an Amazon link or something like it where you can get either or both. Tutorials and how-tos, create step-by-step guides that show how to use the affiliate product. And you can do this, not only can you do this once for the product, but then you can do one, and then you can take that same video and chop it up. And if it's a 30-minute video, put seven, like, go into quick time and turn it into a 7-minute video, and it has a new title and a new thumbnail, and it's honed in on one part of that topic. You can record more. You can take it from a different angle. You can say what this mattress has been like after 6 months. You can say, this thing happened in the news, this product that I already made a video about, I'm going to tell you how this relates to that. Or I get these questions all the time, and I'm going to tell you how to do this. And then a listicle, a top 10. I have a few of those videos right now. Top 10 reasons, top 10 ways, top 10 lies, 8 ways, 8 steps to the top 12 things I learned from millionaires. Listicles work really well on YouTube because it gives people, they know where they are in the video. It gives our human minds, our animal minds, something to hold on to, anchor onto. And it's also, I'm going to learn something today. I'm going to learn something I didn't know potentially. And people love to learn. We love to be smarter an hour later after watching a video. We love to meet someone who teaches us something. We love to know something. It's just part of our DNA in our it's just part of who we are as humans. So help someone get smarter. Put that in the comments if you're still watching this. Help someone get smarter and you'll make more money than you'll ever need. If you can learn how to help people get smarter, you'll make more money than you'll ever need in a lifetime. And then the call to actions, we're talking about converting. You want a call to action, strategic placement in multiple locations of your video. How many times have I asked you to subscribe? How many times have I asked you to look at the description below and click on a certain link? These are calls to actions. In a video, they're verbal, or they can be something you put on the screen. You can have it throughout. It can be static, sitting there, or it can be scrolling, or it can happen every once in a while. This is this, and this is this. Call to action. You want to think about the experience someone has when they come to your YouTube channel, when they come to your videos. That's when we talked about earlier. We talked about these different sections you can have, these featured sections you can have. Start to curate that. Come to it from the perspective of somebody watching. What would you want to see if you were coming to someone else's page? What would make it interesting to you? And then when we think about SEO, because we talked about that a little bit, their titles. There's other videos I'm going to do, and I have done about titles and thumbnails, but you essentially want your title to you want to get very good at searching other people's content to see what titles worked and then use that to create your own. You'll start to see it with people all the time. And then you want it to be something that clearly defines what this video is about, but is interesting enough to stop somebody in their tracks. The thumbnail should not just be, this is what I see all the time. If you're fading from me, come back. The thumbnail should not just be a replica of the title written on a thumbnail. I see that all the time. I see a lot of words. You don't want a lot of words. You just want maybe no words. Or look at some of my thumbnails. They're not all great, but look at most of them have been optimized, especially in the last few months. You want something that reinforces the title or looks at the title in a different way. So imagine, the easiest way to do this is imagine if someone only saw the title, would they click? And imagine if someone only saw the thumbnail, would they click? And if they only saw the thumbnail, why would they click? What do they understand from the visual that will help them click? That it may not be exactly telling them what the video is about, but it's giving them enough information that they know they want to know more. And then that title reinforces it. And then when you go to the hook, that's the first few seconds of the video. You want the hook to then reinforce the title and the thumbnail. So if your title and your thumbnail are about something and you go in and you're a minute into or 30 seconds into this video and you have not harken back to that, you're going to lose a lot of people. And in your studio, it's going to tell you like when people dropped off. After about 36 to 48 hours, it'll tell you when people dropped off in each minute, each section of your video. You want your descriptions to have keyword integration, detailed information, your affiliate links. Tags are used in a way to kind of organize. They don't necessarily drag people to your content, but it helps YouTube understand what you are. And it also helps it organize for you and suggest certain videos based on what other people have in their profiles. It's highly advanced what they're doing. You want those engaging intros and engaging outros. I don't always do a great job with the outros, but you want engaging on both sides because you want people not only to watch your full video. Think about retention. What's going to keep people here? Like I have all this content here, and if you're still here, and like a lot of people dropped off, but if you're still here, you are the GOAT. You know, you're really going to do something with this information. If you stick around to the end, you're going to have all the information for free that they don't teach you in schools, but if they did teach you or in a course, you'd probably have to pay a lot of money to learn. What can you do that's similar to that, even if it's a shorter video? What's going to keep people with retention, have the retention there, but then also what's going to have them go to another video of yours? What is the reason? Are you going to call to action? Watch this other video? Are you going to put it in the end cards, which I taught you about earlier, which you can actually put into most videos unless very specific settings on Zoom don't let you do that? But if you don't know what those settings are, what are you going to do? You're going to go to YouTube and you're going to search. And you're going to learn, you're going to research, you're going to know more and more and more, and you're going to get smarter than you ever have been about this stuff. And again, that community building, promoting, and then analyzing is always key. Okay, so to recap what we've learned about in the last however many minutes we're in, you're going to understand your audience. You're going to find content that converts. And which one are you going to do? Tell me what you're going to do. Are you going to do a product review, tutorials? Tell me in the comments, because you can say I'm going to do a few of these, but which ones of these, type them out, which ones resonate with you? Product reviews, tutorials / how-tos, comparison videos where you compare different products in the same category and you provide the pros and cons of each and kind of give a decision at the end of which one won for you. Unboxings where you create the video that showcases the product, you opening the box and your first impression of it. Listicles, those top 10s of those 5. Product reviews, tutorials, comparison videos, unboxings, and listicles. I would say if it were me, I would do the tutorials for sure, and I would do the listicles, and then maybe a product review. But those first 2 would be the go-to for me. So which one are you going to do? Let me know in the comments. All right. So when we think about your community that you're building, I mentioned earlier that you should respond to comments. You should respond to comments because they're going to come back to help you. If this is not your first time seeing me and you saw another video, it's proven that point. So many people come up to me now and they're like, or they write to me on some other platform. They say, I found you on YouTube. So it's that not only the videos themselves, but kind of creating that community. So you want interaction in your videos. I'm asking you questions. I'm asking you to make comments. You want to do that, right? Follow what I'm doing too, and not just what I'm saying. You want interaction. Ask a question. Ask people to put in the comments this. Which one are you going to do? Do polls and questions. You can also post on YouTube, actually like typed out posts. There's a post section. Check those out. And then you can respond to comments and use things like the community tab, live streams, do a little bit of uh, experimentation there, and then collaborations and shout outs. That's a little bit advanced, but you can start doing that. Then you can start doing contests and giveaways. You can have promote, use your affiliate products as prizes to boost the interest and the clicks, and you have something going. So think about that. If you are still here and you're still watching this video, type in the comments. I'm telling you to do this. Type in the comments, contests and giveaways. It'll let me know that you watched this part and that you really dug deep. So the last thing I want to talk to you about, and I think this might be the most important part, is we talked about like using the data from your YouTube studio. It's called the YouTube Studio. The data analysis might be the most important thing you do. And think about, it's not difficult to do, and actually may become fun, like it's fun for me. So we're going to talk about the key metrics of the traffic source. So there's like dozens of metrics that YouTube tracks, but the key ones are traffic sources, click-through rate, or CTR, meaning how many people saw your thumbnail and your title, how many people did YouTube show that to, and then how many people clicked based on that. So mine can be anywhere between 2% and 12%. If it's 5% or more, I feel good. I feel like, okay, we found the right combo. Because that's hard to do. For every 100 people, 5 people click on it who are strangers for the most part. I like that. And then there's another one that is the conversion rate, which I talked about, but there's another one that is the engagements, like how many people, how long do they watch? Remember my brother's video where he talked about people had like a 10-minute or so duration on average, how many people watched on average, and it'll tell you after you have more than one video, it'll say this is higher than your average or lower than your average, so you can start to know that. How many people are commenting? How many people are liking? I don't like to see a video that has less than 5% likes compared to views. To me, that says, well, didn't resonate that much. It didn't resonate. When I start to see like 8 to 10%, I know things are going. If it's more than 10%, it's going to get thousands of views. There's just no question. And then um, when you identify when you find high performing content, you're going to uh, kind of double down on what worked. I learned that, using certain words in my titles, like exactly capitalized, or instead of saying like how to generate capital for your company, instead of saying that, and I say how to make money, I noticed that when I did that, that helped, is to like say it like you mean it. You don't have to say these words that necessarily just to be smart. And one way to do that is you go and you search whatever you want that title to be, see how many people clicked on other people's videos. And you're always going to A/B test. You're always going to experiment. You're going to do competitive analysis and benchmark. You're going to compare your performance metrics with industry standards, again, using like vidIQ and other sites. I think vidIQ has an affiliate program, by the way. Check it out. These are all ideas, but make sure that it does align with what you do. Now you're going to track the ROI and your earnings of your affiliate program. This is the advanced part, which is you're going to do a revenue analysis. You're going to track your earnings from different programs and your content pieces. And sometimes you'll know exactly what sent people there, and sometimes you won't. There are different ways, if you're more advanced, to say have an exact address from an exact piece of content so you know what is driving it, or from your email or different places. But for now, we're just going to be broad. And you're going to identify the most profitable partnerships and content types. And you're going to do same way you're doing a revenue analysis, you're going to do a cost analysis. Are there any costs associated with your affiliate efforts? That camera that you bought earlier that we talked about, or any travel, or any time away from something? Did you do any paid advertising? I haven't mentioned paid advertising because I don't want you necessarily to do paid advertising. I want you to use content marketing for now. But of course, you can do paid advertising to bolster and put it on steroids. Um, and then you calculate your ROI. You're going to set goals. You're going to set specific, it's called SMART goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals for your efforts. And you're going to define your key performance indicators, KPIs. People always say KPIs. If you're learning what KPIs means for the first time, put it in the chat, put it in the comments. It's okay. We're all learning. I didn't know what KPIs were a few years ago. Key performance indicators. What are your KPIs? That's what they are. And you're going to stay focused. You can get into shorts. There's a lot to do with shorts. Shorts help you get more subscribers faster in some cases. So if you have a short it has to be 60 seconds or shorter. And sometimes they take off, and sometimes it get thousands of views in a few minutes, and it's kind of crazy. And sometimes shorts can have millions of views. So if something takes off, my best performing short is probably a few tens of thousands of views, which is pretty cool. But it's definitely its own animal and its own talent and thing that you have to build. So I would start with where we have started. And if you've made it this far, thank you so much. I hope this has been so helpful to you. Let me know in the comments what's resonating with you, what your game plan is. Let me tell you, I'm going to go over those 10 steps, those 10 main steps right now. Write this down if you have your journal. Put this on your wall, put this next to your in your office, next to your desk at work, or next to your desk at your desk at work. Write this down. Identify your audience and your niche. Step 1. Step 2, set up and optimize your YouTube channel. Step 3, select your affiliate programs. 4, plan your content strategy. 5, create high quality, high value videos. 6, optimize your videos for SEO and other types of ways that you're going to have that conversion, high quality conversion. 7, publish and promote your videos. Important. 8, engage with your audience. Make your audience your community. 9, monetize with your affiliate links. And 10, analyze and optimize. So if you missed any of that, if any of it made more sense now that you've learned the next thing, go back, rewind, go back and watch this video over and over again. And I hope it's been helpful. Let me know in the comments what else you want to know. I will answer some questions in my next videos. In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful day.